I see you, you know. So there's the
Good
two of us
girl.
on the screen together. Technology is brilliant. So Paddy runs the Cork Yarn Spinners, and they meet the Thursday before us every month. So it's easy to remember. So hopefully we'll be able to come under the one cyber roof now while this COVID cloud is hanging over us and give the silver linings to one another. So Paddy, I'm so appreciative that you came here. And before we move on, are you going to be a Muntor Asquelga in Kerry Writers Museum soon?
Correct. That's coming up. Cara and myself got together there recently. Uh, I did a course before Christmas and just after Christmas for Liz Weir and the gang of the Northern Ireland storytellers to bring a bit of the Gaeilge into stories if you were interested in doing that. So
Usad
I'll be doing that
Changan.
now starting in March.
Exactly, Usad and Changan. And I went to a session in Liverpool, and I got a Cade Mila Falta from
From Maria.
Maria, absolutely,
Yeah.
the Liverpudlian. And so Paddy has been teaching the Cúpla Focal everywhere, and people love him because he's just so much fun in teaching the Irish. He teaches it as a living language. So if you're interested in learning Ag Fowlam on Gaelga, this is your man. And now he's going to tell us a lovely story. So I'm going to release myself from the spotlight, and Paddy, off with you.
Thanks, Maria. And before I start, I suppose I have started, but we'll say, so after I have just started, I'd like to apologise in advance because I'm under a bit of pressure tonight, so I must run out the door, so to speak, the minute I'm finished this thing. But I'll tell you one thing, every other night, I hope to be tuning in as often as I can to the crack from Kerry because I'm enjoying it immensely. And the old we're all missing the live get together, but at least this is the next best thing. And we're getting to know new people and looking forward to the day when we'll be able to drive down. I'll be back down to my native place. I was down before Christmas and obviously can't go now. No. So where was I going to go with? Just to remark, Liam there, that last song. The minute I heard the title, like I said, oh, we're in here. We're up in Stacks Mountain and there's clouds of midges. Do you know the way, what do they call the thing with the birds in the evening time, the murmuration of starlings? Well, the midges down around Slieve Mission Keel and over in camp in the bog of Slieve and definitely up around Lyre Crompon and Stacks Mountain, they're renowned for their ferocity and their strength. In fact, I heard one time that there was a man driving across, I don't know, I've driven over there a few times now, crossing over towards Abbeyfield and places like that, but a man one time, his car went off the road up there in the bog up near Stacks Mountain, and a big cloud of midges descended upon it. And the cloud of midges was so big and so strong when they started jostling for position on the Morris Minor, didn't they pull it back out onto the road again and he was able to drive away. Now, a lot of people wouldn't believe that, but I would. And before I do the main event, which is short enough, I would also like to comment that Frances Kennedy, she's a queer hawk because you see her there tonight, and she out around Mull's Gap or somewhere with the windy road behind her, and she telling stories and not a bother on her, like she wasn't a bit cold or anything. So, what'll I do for you? For all the people down Listowel way and everywhere else. Well, seeing as there's Joe Wolf, and early on tonight, and he mentioned Con Odrish Goal, and he mentioned funny songs. Now, Joe, I don't know whether I'll gather all this with me or not, but I will. This is a song written, people that don't know Con Father Odrish Goal, he's from down West Cork, down near Skibbereen. He's a mighty man altogether for writing songs. He has big, long ballads written about all kinds of events, and usually they're very witty and very entertaining. And this is one from a long way back when the pool tables came into every pub in Ireland. And the young people were delighted, and the old lads were getting a bit fed up because a lot of the small little pub-ians, especially, they had hardly room for a pool table. So you'd be having your pint, and the next thing a fella over the way would be taking his snooker shot, his pool shot, and he'd nearly knock the pint out of your hand. So this is a lament for the coming of pool to the pubs in Ireland and the damage that it did. The Pool Song by Con O'Driscoll. May the Lord upon high, who rules the sky, look down on our pubs and bars. For the people therein, both women and men, are neglecting their pints and their jars. And the cracket is bad, and the atmosphere sad. Every man of a face like a mule. For all he can do is to grab an old cue and start playing the game called pool. Now, when I was a boy, it was always me joy to visit the pub at night. There'd be arguments, scraps, and killings perhaps, and every man thought he was right, with badgers and dogs and men from the bogs, and young fellas acting the tool. But now there's no crack for every man Jack, of his arse in the air playing pool. To the local alehouse, after milking the cows, every customer made his way. And there we would dwell and drink till we fell, and the fiddles and pipes they would play. There'd be jigs, there'd be reels, there'd be tapping of heels, the slides and the polkas the rule. But now there's no chance of a song or a dance, for everyone's playing the old pool. No, this pool you will find, it was surely designed by a foolish, illiterate lout. You puts in 4 bob, and you pulls an old knob, and a whole shower of balls that comes out. They're placed on the table, and then if you're able to knock 'em all into a hole, more money goes in. You start over again, and you lose every bob of your dole. So in the Irish Free State, all the people are bait from watching and playing this game. They're next to have cricks that no doctors can fix, and their backs and their elbows are maimed. Their arses protrude in a manner most lewd from being hoisted aloft in the air, and their eyeballs are sore and dripping with gore, and they act in a manner most queer. If you meet a young man whose face it is wan, and whose eyes have a vacant stare, if his head is thrown back and his jaw on his slack, and he can't tell a cob from a mare, with nostrils dilated and brow corrugated, his manner like that of a fool. You're sure you can bet that you have just met a man that's gone clean mad from pool. Good luck.